Hey guys, Nyisha here, just an average girl. And I have a lot to say right now. Um, but before I do, just a little quick update. I haven't been posting a lot of traveling videos recently. For starters, it's the summer. I usually don't go out to the theme parks during the summer. I do it pretty much when school goes back and towards the holiday seasons and whatnot, because it gets too crowded and it gets too hot in Florida during the summertime. I'm gonna try something different on my channel, something that really means a lot to me. And if there was ever a word, I am nervously excited to do it, but I'm really, really scared right now. And I mean, to be honest with you, I've been trying to find a way to do a video about this for some time, and I've just been, for whatever reason, I've just felt so anxious and nervous about what to say and what to do, because I blab a lot. But anyway, some time ago, like way before college and all that stuff, I loved writing. I still love writing. I love stories. I love good stories, great stories, and especially shows that portray amazing, tales of adventures and all that stuff. And so over the years, I started writing, and some of it was fan fiction, some of it was just short stories. It wasn't until around high school that I start creating a story long time ago. And it was based off of one of my favorite shows growing up. Of course, it was based off of Captain N. And the reason being, at least the baseline of it, where it's about a kid going into another world, that sort of thing. And I came up with so many titles. And of course, during the 90s, you have words like extreme and stuff. And I called it the Extreme Team. And yeah. Anyway. Fast forward to college, I decided to pick up that story again and actually see if I could do something about it. And I remember in English class, I had to write, a short story. And I decided, you know what? Let me just do something based off of the characters and the things that I created. And I did, and people enjoyed it. And I thought it was pretty neat. And, the way that I wrote it, people were like, yeah, this would be cool if this was a show someday. And that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe that's what I should do. So for a time after college, I started getting into books about writing for animation. And for a time, I wrote the story out in a way to where it was like, I scripted it. I actually had it in script form. And again, I didn't really know the format properly. I was following books that, did everything from plot and characters. For a time, I actually had outlines. I had everything planned out to how I wanted an episode and seasons and stuff to be. And for a time I tried promoting it. I actually remember promoting it to a bunch of directors for TV shows, for Cartoon Network, Disney, and all that stuff in Miami one time. And it was a nice practice because I was able to pitch it in 2 minutes because that was the time goal. However, at that time, that was when those networks were starting to move towards 15-minute shows instead of serial episodes. And they saw that I was aiming more towards like an anime-ish type of feel because that was pretty much what I was going for. And so, unfortunately, it didn't work out, but that didn't stop me. I just decided to, keep going and, do something about it. But over the years, it became more so like it would be expensive to do animation and to hire people to do the scripting and stuff. So then I decided, okay, why don't I format it into a web novel? And so I did. And I did the first draft and I posted it online, and I got a lot of accolades. A lot of people enjoyed it. In fact, I actually got a letter from Web Novel who wanted me to sign up and write for them from my story. I, however, declined. And the reason being was because I felt that there needed to be something more to the story. Because looking it over, there were still some missing pieces to it. In fact, I even had an editor look over it, and there were so many things that were missing. I even had some other people beta read it, and they were asking me questions that made a lot of sense to things that I was leaving out. And the thing is, I took a break again because, of course, life, helping out with my parents and all that stuff. And so I am actually going to take the time to develop this a lot more. I am calling it Project K.O.A, K.O.A, which is short for Project Knights of Iran. I'm in the research stage right now to where I am looking at YouTube authors. I'm looking at books that they have requested. Of course, I started out with Jessica Brody's remake of Save the Cat, the novel, because there was the original one is a script form, but this is for the novel. And she did an update where it is for the young adult novel, which is what I'm gearing towards. Because at first, to be honest with you, I was just writing. I honestly didn't know. I know I was writing a novel, but I knew what my target audience was. But at the same time, I didn't really understand that there was so much more in the writing world than when I was writing in my high school and college years. And so I have to, sit down and for once be a plotter, because to be honest with you, I'm a pantser. I just write. Whatever comes in my mind, however I visualize it, I just write it down. And, I used to be a plotter when I was doing this for animation, and to me, it was just like so much work. I'm going to revamp my story. So what I have online is going to be old, but eventually I am going to be updating it when I am ready to. But in the meantime, I want you, the viewers, to be a part of this with me. And that's the part that I'm nervous about, because I've always wanted to do some online streaming for this channel, but I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to bring gaming on here because I have a separate channel for that. In fact, I just finished FNAF Into the Pit, and I'll be posting that on my gaming channel, and which was a really good game, I'll have to say. I loved everything about it. And so here for this channel, I think it would be great if I did writing vlogs and writing streams where you, the viewers, get to help me. And hey, if you are also a writer and this is your first time writing a book or revamping a book, let's just get together and just plot and just write. I'm gonna be honest with you, my schedule sucks. I don't know if it's ADHD. I don't know if it's because I'm an INTJ, where one minute I have an idea and the next minute another idea pops up and I jump over to that idea, leaving others behind. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to try and make a schedule for this. And so a schedule that works for the viewers as well as for myself. And so because I'm filming, in fact, I got a lot of editing to do right now. And so I want to be able to spend time with you guys for a couple of hours, just, plotting what I'm going to do, because the structure of my story is the same, but I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to be adding some new things that weren't there before. And so the goal that I want for this story is to not only bring it to life, but to make it into a physical book. I mean, take Solo Leveling, for example. Solo Leveling started out as a novel. And I don't think a lot of people know that, because people paid attention to the graphic novel, which exploded, and now it's an animated series. And that's what I would like my story to be. Whether it becomes that or not, I don't know. But I'd like to think positive on that. I like to put a lot of positive energy and praying to God that, it will draw attention to the right people interested. Because I just supported a Kickstarter who helped bring an old but a great story to life. They actually did a graphic novel of Unico. If you don't know Unico is an amazing anime from way back in my childhood. And I mean, they did 3 movies. They never did a TV show, but this person, they wrote a graphic novel. And look, it came in the mail. This is their graphic novel that took I think about a year or so for them to put together. It's already going in Scholastic library books. And I mean, the fact that this person took the time to write a new story for an amazing and iconic character is fantastic. And that's why I feel that, I want to start as a young adult novel. That's what I'm going for, because again, I want to capture middle school, readers' attention, just like how Harry Potter and Hunger Games caught people's attention. If there's any Piers Anthony fans out there, I loved Guys of the Gargoyle. That was my favorite story growing up. And, stories like that, I'm not aiming for anything spicy. It's pretty much going to be, action. It's going to be fantasy. It's going to be sci-fi. It's going to be a lot of things that were my favorite things growing up as a child, even to now, because one, I love anime. So the style, I'm still debating on whether as a young adult novel to do a light novel or just, English format. So those are the things that I'm researching. I'm also using Pinterest because, of course, my story is going to be an isekai, not so much in the guise of Shield Hero or anything like that, but just the fact that, a teen is just being transported into another world. I'm going to be using systems like magic, but pretty much using spirit energy, as they call it, Reiki. So a lot of it is themed off of, Reiki energy. And so it's going to be different. And I'm just, I have to plot how I'm going to put all that stuff together, which I still have my notes from way back when, because I remember I was literally basing it off of Reiki, using symbols and all that stuff, but I'm going to change that too. So, but that's, Oran is actually just aura, because that's what my characters use. They use the power of their own spirit energy to, do things. And so, like I said, I have it all in here. I have it in notes. I have it on my phone, and it's now time for me to just put it all in one system. I'm going to be using, guidance through YouTube through YouTube authors like Brittany Wang. I started listening to her, and she is amazing. Another one is Jed Hearn. There are guides that will help me as a new writer to make sure that I'm not making mistakes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I will have some tropes, but I'm trying my best not to make it too tropey, because again, the goal is to, just make it amazing. Just make it captivating. There are others like Bethany Atesde, LDJ Wright. I watched one of his streams one night, and it gave me motivation because, you know, he was saying in one of his videos that, you know, the whole goal of writing and, you know, capturing stories, it's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for, you know, high fantasy. It's not going to be for, you know, readers who like, you know, a lot of erotic stuff in their books. The whole point of writing or anything in general, socializing, is finding peers that you can relate to. The goal is to, you know, write stories. And if people that happen to find your story enjoy it and want to find out more about you, then create that community. Create like-minded people. That's the whole goal. And, you know, of course there will be naysayers that may not like it, and that's okay. So again, I'm excited to do this, and I hope you can come along for the ride with me. If you want to find out more, go under the description and you will see that I created a link tree of everything that is Project K.O.A. And hey, you can be a part of the coalition. Yep, I'm calling it that. I am calling it the coalition, where I have a newsletter, I have Patreon, I have, you know, other things that will be exclusive. I want to do something live stream on this channel, and I believe writing is going to be one of them. It's probably going to be most likely arts and crafts, me just doodling and drawing, or painting my 3D prints, because like I finished my gargoyle set and I'm excited because I want to do a project to which I am going to be doing 2D cell shading on it and see if I could do that, and I think it'll be pretty awesome. So I'm excited, guys, and I hope you are too. So again, if you want to, you know, join me on this journey, just tune in, like Project Knights of Iran on Facebook, be a member on Patreon. If you can't donate $2 or $5, that's okay. Just being a member means a lot to me. Or hey, you could be a member here on YouTube as well. Sign up for the newsletter and just, you know, see the updates to what's going on for this project. But the whole goal is to make it a physical book, and then from there into a graphic novel. As for the first book is going to be solely about my character, so that way you get to know him before going on his, you know, new life adventure. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned.